Cause you won't look after my wounds. I suppose you will never regret it. I should throw myself off from the roof. Cause you fucking love it when I fade. Cause you won't look after my wounds. I suppose you will never regret it. I should throw myself off from the roof. Cause you fucking love it when I fade. Cause you won't look after my wounds. I suppose you will never regret it. I should throw myself off from the roof. Cause you fucking love it when I fade. Cause you won't look after my wounds. I suppose you will never regret it. I should throw myself off from the roof. Cause you fucking love it when I fade.
And hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to week number 1, round 1 here at the Apollo Racing Club, iRacing IndyCar League. Tonight, we are headed to Long Beach for the first round. Of course, Long Beach being considered the Monaco of the United States. It is quite the track here, 3.14 kilometers in length. I'm Adam, EV500 here, bringing you all the action here tonight as we get ready for round number 1 here at Long Beach. It should be an interesting race. Last season's champion, Andrew Sorowick, taking home top honors. But some new challengers can arise here at Apollo Racing Club. Currently, the fastest man on track was Colin Kingser, who is putting out some good, fast race times. In practice. He was the fastest man in practice. We're going to get ready for some qualifying here. Looks like Austin Armstrong is going to be the first man. He's going to get out of there as well. Looks like Brody Gardner, as well as, let's see, who else is coming out? Looks like Andrew Bedrosson is coming out. All the guys are coming out here. So you can see up there, 15 minutes for qualifying to get your fastest lap time up on the board. Matthew Rice headed out on track as well. So it's the first time for myself broadcasting an IndyCar race league here at Apollo Racing Club. Ooh, and we've had a crash already. That's Brody Gardner. Ben Rawson already keeping it clean on his outlap. Craig Bray here tonight. James Williamson, Austin Armstrong, Cody Barrett, Colin Kinzer is out there as well. John Krauser. Joseph DuPont, who's a very quick man on the road courses. Alex Rose is here tonight out of the Northwest region. And last season's champion, Andrew Sorowick. So, let's see. Who is the first man out there? It looks like, I thought it was Ben Ronson. Or was it somebody else? Maybe Austin Armstrong. It's going to be Austin Armstrong out of the gates first. So let's keep a close eye on him as he's coming through now the front straightaway. Into the first turn he goes through the fountain section of this Long Beach. Lots of walls everywhere. Very difficult to get a full lap in. It's going to be very interesting to see how these drivers handle it. This is a track that IndyCar regularly goes to. Last season it was the final race of the season. And this season it was the first race of the season. So that is what that should look like. So Austin Armstrong doing his due diligence here. He's going to try and put up a fast time here. He looked all right in practice, but Colin Kinzer is the quickest man. There they come to that very difficult hairpin to get through. And here he comes across the line. He is going to put up a time. Craig Bray with a 109.17. Austin Armstrong a 109.17. So 5/10 off of the time currently. Let's take a look here at some sectors. Austin Armstrong, a purple sector 3 and 18.024. Austin Ben Rodson, a 122.58, had some mistakes in his lap. Let's see, where does Alex Rose come out in all of this? It's coming through the hairpin right now. His sector 1 was a 19.4, sector 2 at 11.68. Looks like his sector 3 is going to come across the line now. He comes across the line, and it is quite significantly off the pace. 112.67. Brandon Welch has joined the battle here, a 108.95. John Krauser going second fastest currently with a 109.17. Go ahead, I'll get some times up here for everybody. So you can see best times. Austin Armstrong's out there. Daniel Hernandez has come in tonight to iRacing, a 108.4. So he's currently on pole position. Where is Andrew Surowick? Where is he at right now? He's just now coming across the line. Where does he come out? Oh, he's starting his hot lap here. He actually does put up a time, a 108.802. Joseph DuPont, a 108.422. Brody Gardner. Hello, welcome to him. 108.260 for his time. Goodbye. You're not a commentator. You are not in this booth. Thank you very much. Sorry about that, folks. Have somebody who doesn't have the role who keeps entering the channel, so keep having to disconnect him from the channel so we can actually get on with the race here. Mark Feeney is here. He's sitting 10th fastest, a 109.513. Nick Jude in that 11th position with a 109.567. Matthew Rice down in 14th, a 110.075. So not many guys are able to beat out Brody Gardner right now. He's currently sitting on that pole position. A lot of spins already, it looks like, is happening. Colin Kinzer is out there right now. He is trying to find a way to get a good lap time in. Of course, on the red tires. And in case you are new to IndyCar, these things look like Formula One cars, except they have a windscreen. They don't have power steering like a Formula One car does. They have push to pass instead of a DRS, which they'll be able to utilize during the race. No push to pass, obviously, during qualifying. And where is Colin Kinsler? So we just saw some movement happening across the board here. Wonder why there's a break there. I gotta figure that out. I do apologize. I'm just getting used to this new software, so might be some kinks along the way, but we'll get it all figured out. But here comes Kingser. He's coming down that front straight now. Where does he come out at here? He still hasn't put up a time. So that must have been an outlap, probably. No, because I caught him coming down the front straight, I thought originally, but it's all right. Matthew Rice falling down to 16th. Eric Oliva currently 17th, 110.685. Alex Rose, a 112.1671. So Brody Gardner still the man, quickest overall. Brock Whiteman in 7th position. We haven't announced him yet. Looks like Andrew Surowick still sitting in that 6th position. Let's ride on board here with Colin Kinzer. Here he comes across the line. What does he get? And he goes fastest, a 1:08.019, 2/10 quicker than Brody Gardner. What a lap time from him. And you can just tell that these guys are absolutely working so hard through these corners. What makes this race so difficult is the fact that you don't have the power steering. So, you have to be very cautious. You're going to lose grip quite easily, as we've seen through the course of this qualifying. These guys are spinning. And if you were watching earlier while we were getting ready to go here, you were watching the practice session in the background, and you were seeing guys starting to spin out. So this race is going to be very interesting. Where does Daniel Hernandez come out? He crosses the line, 1:14.3, so lost some time somewhere in the lap. Oh, Brock Whiteman puts it into the wall. Can't get quite going, so he's back into the pit lane. So a lot of guys sitting in the pit still. Let's see. Let's go talk about Craig Bray. He's currently 10th on the timing charts. Of course, this is season number 7 of the Apollo Racing Club iRacing IndyCar League. If you're interested in joining any of our wonderful leagues, whether it be at Assetto Corsa, iRacing, Formula One 2022, ACC. We have 2 ACC leagues, one on Thursdays and one on Saturdays. You can always head over to apolloracing.club, fill out an application, and join today. So, Colin Kinzer goes ahead, goes a little bit faster, 107.9, so now it goes up 0.3 quicker. So we're in the 107s now, folks. And this is when it can get very interesting. And there goes Craig Bray into the wall, breaks the wings, so he will not be able to continue that lap. See where Gardner comes out. He's trying to get quicker here. Does he get there? No, he does not. It looks like that was an outlap, so we'll just watch him here as he comes through the fountain section. We're doing a little bit of wall rubbing. Again, these cars can withstand quite a bit, but if you lose any part of the car, it's into the pits immediately for you. We got a few minutes left here. Ooh, Gardner's got to look out. There was a spinning car right in front of him. But this man currently sitting second. He was pulled for a little bit until Colin Kinzer goes up to a 107.953. What a stonking lap that was. And here's the final turn now. That is the hairpin. Again, very difficult to navigate through because you got to basically crank your wheel all the way it can go to the right. And he comes across the line and he's slower. Oh no, he's faster. A 107.542. Excuse me. I was not expecting that to be a quick lap, but it was. He's 0.4 quicker than Colin Kinzer. Now Colin Kinzer now has to find some form of time. He has to find 0.4 on this very difficult Long Beach circuit. Ooh, and a little bit of a wobble there. Gets really wide through the hairpin. That's going to not help him. So he's going to probably have to go another lap here on those red marked tires. They're definitely not going to be fresh, but he's going to have to find some time. So current lineup, Brody Gardner, Colin Kinzer, Andrew Ben-Rawson, Joseph DuPont in 4th, and Daniel Hernandez in 5th, Andrew Sorelwick in 6th, 7th, Austin Armstrong. Oh, and there goes Colin Kinzer. He's got to get back into the pits. I don't think he's going to have enough time unless he gets there right now. No, he does not. Right now, pole position going to be held to Brody Gardner with that 107.542. Andrew Ben Rawson, he comes across the line now, goes a 111.243. Lost a little bit of time. Now let's take a look at Joseph DuPont. Joseph DuPont really tried. Oh, and he goes into the wall hard. Oh, and he almost gets collected. And somebody else ends up being right behind him. Let's look at Daniel Hernandez in Illinois. He's looking to maybe gain a position here. Oh, and he just flies through the turn and into the wall he goes through turn 1. That's his qualifying over. Where does Andrew Surlwick now come in? He's got enough time to put in another lap. All he has to do is gain a 10th, and he's ahead of not one. Well, if he gains a 10th, he's going to fall in P5. He's got to find a 10th and a half. So qualifying checkered flag now out. Where does Andrew Surlwick, last year's season champion, come out at currently? He's just now going to the back straight here. This part of the course, not so. This is a pretty easy part of the track to navigate through, is through these next 2 turns. And he crosses the line. Not good enough. Austin Armstrong still out there, but that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That is our qualifying. Brody Gardner takes home a pole position. I do hear a car out there still. Who is that? It's not. Is it? Oh, why can I not see him? Oh, it's going to Scenic. No wonder I couldn't see anything. Conley coming through the final sector now. And this is that final turn. That's that tricky turn that we got to be watching out for. There, a lot of crashes are going to definitely happen there today. And here comes RJ Conley. He crosses the line. That's qualifying now over, ladies and gentlemen. So, Brody Gardner takes home pole position. Let's take a look here at the grid. So, Brody Gardner will start on that outside. Colin Kinzer on the inside in row number 1. Andrew Ben Rawson and Joseph DuPont in row number 2. Daniel Hernandez and Andrew Surlwick in row number 3. Row 4, Austin Armstrong and Brock Whiteman. Row 5, Craig Bray and Brandon Welch. In row 6, Cody Barrett and Nick Jude. We're not going to be able to see the rest of it. Apparently not. So I must not be doing something right, but that is the front order, at least the top 12 of tonight's grid. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at the race info one more time. Looks like the temperature 36 degrees Celsius. It's going to be quite a warm day. That track temperature definitely going to play havoc. That's the track temperature, 36 degrees, 28 degrees Celsius as well. Partly cloudy with a 24 kilometer per hour wind as well. So some wind to deal with. So, and ladies and gentlemen, we only got a few moments here until we get ready for our race. We give them 3 minutes. I think it's 2 to 3 minutes to get ready here on the grid. And there's the grid right there, ladies and gentlemen. So, Brody Gardner in pole, second place. Colin Kinzer at third. Andrew Ben Rawson fourth. Joseph DuPont fifth. Daniel Hernandez sixth. Andrew Surlwick seventh. Austin Armstrong. Brock Whiteman in eighth. Craig Bray in ninth. Brandon Welch in 10th. Cody Barrett in 11th. Nick Jude in 12th. 13th, John Krauser. 14th, James Williamson. 15th, Mark Feeney. 16th, Matthew Rice, who looks like he's going to start in the pit lane. Eric Oliva in 16th. DeAndre Young in 7th. 18th, Alex Rose and RJ Conley in 19th, and Adam Martin will round out the grid in 20th. Oh, and already some chaos happening in the back. It looks like that was Daniel Hernandez.
Green, green, green.
All right, here we go. Green flag flies, and we are already racing here at the Long Beach Street Circuit. Looks like Colin Kinzer, he's going to try and take the lead of this race. Here they come into turn 1. It's going to be that nice right-hander. It looks like it's going to be Brody Gardner, who stays out ahead. Oh, and we've had a crash between Andrew Sarwick and Colin Kinzer. That is going to be Colin Kinzer back out in this race. Oh, no. But now we're seeing Brock Whiteman. He's going to take up the 5th position now. It looks like Sarwick, he's going to continue on here. Sarwick got involved in that crash early, but he's going to remain going here. What a terrible crash there for the man who could have won this race here tonight for Colin Kinzer. John Krauser also trying to make up some gains here. Let's take a look already at the gains already made up. So, Joseph DuPont 2, Andrew Sarwick 3, Craig Bray up 5 positions from 9th. Brock Whiteman up 3, Brandon Welsh 4 positions, Cody Barrett up 4 positions, James Williamson up 6 positions, RJ Conley is already up 7. So a lot of guys are already making moves. So Francisco Vasquez, Mark Harrison, they're a lap down already. But Brody Gardner, he's going to be under pressure by the... Oh, looks like we do have a safety car. So we are utilizing the safety car this season. And thank you, Eugene, for your Prime subscribe or Prime sub. We appreciate that. All that goes to support our leagues here at Apollo Racing Club. But what a start to that race. So let's reset the order here, folks. So Brody Gardner in first place, Joseph DuPont right behind him, Andrew Sarwick in 3rd, Craig Bray in 4th position after starting 9th, Brock Whiteman in 5th, Brandon Welsh in 6th. Cody Barrett takes that 7th position currently. Cody Barrett in 7th, James Williamson in 8th, John Krauser in 9th, Mark Feeney in 10th, RJ Conley in 11th, DeAndre Young in 12th, Eric Oliva is in 13th, Alex Rose in 14th. 15th is currently Daniel Hernandez after a pretty rough start there. 16th is Andrew Ben Rawson. And we have currently 2 retirements, Nick Jude and Austin Armstrong. Colin Kinzerling also in that 23rd position. He is still in the pits here. There are quick repairs, but that is kind of a long tow time. He is out of this race, it looks like. Nope, he's still in. Nope, did he just retire? No, he's still in the pits. It just disappears on my screen for no reason. So Matthew Rice, Adam Martin still in this race. Nick Jude and Austin Armstrong have called it a night here already, lap 1 into this race. So, not what we were expecting to see so early. Well, that was quite the start. So we'll give these guys another chance. Guys already headed to the pit lane. You have to, of course, switch tires. Start on the red marked tires. You got to go to the blacks at least once. And if you've gone to the blacks, you have to go to the reds at least once. So James Williamson going to that black marked tire. Let's take a look at the tire compounds for this race so far. Brody Gardner started out on the black marked tires. He's into the pits now, and he is coming out. Let's take a look here. Oh, never mind. Brody Gardner did not go in the pits. Brody Gardner's still out there. He's on the red marked tires. So it's going to be significantly faster on those red marked tires, but they don't last nearly as long as those black marked tires do. So Brody Gardner will still be in the lead of this race. He'll be happy for this safety car because he can at least run on those tires for a couple more laps before he has to come in. From the way it sounds, you're not able to complete a full stint on the tires, on those red tires, red marked tires. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, that is just not how these races are supposed to start. But they'll start them that way. So, looks like safety car should be in this lap. Yes, it will be. I don't see any lights on. Nope. So, it's going to be in this lap. We're going to go back to green. So, Brody Gardner, still your race leader. Joseph DuPont right behind him. Andrew Surowick in third. They're just waiting for the green lights here. Or waiting for the green flag to fly. And here we go. Brody Gardner, he takes off from the lead with Joseph DuPont right behind him. This is where it gets interesting because Joseph DuPont, very, very quick here on these road courses. That's mainly the one thing he always shows up for is those. Surowick trying to make a move around the outside, has to tuck back in. Oh, almost makes contact with the rear bumper of that 88 of Joseph DuPont. Oh, and we've had a spinner. And that's Cody Barrett who has spun. Looks like he is able to keep going, though. Don't see too much damage on that car, but he is falling down the order quick. What has happened to Cody Barrett now? He's down to 20th. Now, and that he is not going to be too happy about that. That was definitely not the way he wanted to start this race. But Joseph DuPont, he's fighting back here. He's escaped the clutches. Oh, what has happened to Surowick? Surowick has made a mistake. He's down to 20th. And now my thing doesn't even know who's in the lead. Brody Gardner still out there in first, though. Joseph DuPont in second. Craig Bray up into third. Mark Feeney now making a move. We're seeing some guys battling it out here through the pack. You can see, looks like Deontay Young, he is closing in onto R.J. Conley. Or Conley, excuse me, I should say. So right now, Conley, 5'10". Oh, and is that somebody into the wall or? Yes, no, that was Brock Whiteman. He's into the pit lane. Let's take a look here at Matthew Rice. Looking like this battle in the back here is getting a little bit more spicy here. You can see Nick Jude. He is a little bit quicker than Ben Rosen. Let's see what Adam Martin's times look like. Ooh, Jude is also almost a 10th quicker than Adam Martin as well. So these guys are really going blow for blow here. But this track is just so difficult to get any sort of overtake on. There we go. This should help. Oh, we got a battle here for that 5th spot. Looks like Brandon Welsh, John Krauser. These two going side by side. Who's going to come out on top there? And it is going to be, it looks like,
yellow, yellow, yellow.
Krauser, and we got another safety car. So safety car being utilized here once again. Don't know for who, though. Looks like Cody Barrett is the man. No, not Cody. So we have another safety car. That will neutralize the field. Craig Bray has had a fantastic start to this race. He started ninth. He's now up into third. Danny Hernandez made himself available up into ninth. Now let's see how many positions we're at gained here. Make sure that interval is up there. So he's now still down 4 positions. RJ Conley, Alex Rose up 12 positions each. That is astonishing. That is awesome to see those guys starting to really battle themselves back up. Andrew Sorowick is down 11 positions. Started 6th in this race. And our leader finally getting behind the safety car. Looks like Adam Martin was the man responsible for the safety car. So for Brody Gardner, he's going to jump into the pits now. He's going to be happy about that. He's done 7 laps on those red mark tires. So DuPont will be the new race leader at the end of the safety car period. But if you're Brody Gardner right now, you are quite happy what you just witnessed here. Able to get a few extra laps onto those red alternative tires. And now everybody else has used those tires just a little bit. So he'll have to stop again. But so will everybody else because they made an early pit stop here. 50 laps around this track makes this a very interesting race now. Andrew Ben Rosen. He's still on the red mark tires. And let's take a look at the tire compounds currently. So Andrew Ben Rosen and Brody Gardner. Did Brody Gardner just stick on a set of those red marks? Yes, he did. So he's going to have to stop again earlier than I was thinking. I was thinking he was going to go to blacks, but he's probably waiting for that for the end. This is going to be a 2-stop race for most of the field here. Andrew Sorowick, he is still back there, and Brody Gardner was able to get out ahead of Sorowick at the pit stops. So he's going to have a lot of fight to do here, but it looks like I think safety car is in this lap. It is, so Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go back to green flag racing here on lap number 10. Joseph DuPont, Craig Bray, Brandon Welsh, your current top three. Safety car is going to pull into the pits here momentarily, and here it goes. And
Green flag.
we're
Green flag.
racing again here. Everybody having to pull back up. They thought we were going green so quickly here. Let's take a look here. Danny Hernandez, he was looking like he was looking a little racy there. He's going to try and have the best possible line into turn number 1. He gets it done. Oh, and we're having some, what was that, Alex Rose? Yes, it was. He was scraping the wall there. Now there's some guys passing each other. That's Andrew Ben Rosen, Eric Olivia. Cody Barrett in that 13th position. Brody Gardner, he's up in the 14th. Now he's going to be looking down the inside. He's side by side with Cody Barrett now, and he gets the job done. Nicely done. And he moves up another position. And he is looking pretty quick on those fresh reds. And that's exactly the kind of stuff you like to see here. James Williamson, he's currently in 17th. He's going to have to fight back. Nick Jude up in the 10th place currently. Oh, we've had a crash. And that is going to be Nick Jude into the wall. He looks like he's having a tire as well broken. Again, 2 fast repairs here, so he's going to try and limp to the pit lane here. He's going to go wide in the hairpin, but he's losing tons and tons of time here. And looks like he held up a couple of guys. So there goes Nick Jude into the pit lane. Oh, and he doesn't make the pits. And he has to go ahead and get a tow back. Now, Brody Gardner, he's getting past Eric Olivia, or is it Oliva? I'll have to ask him. I've actually never asked him what his last name is. I always see him in chat, but I've never asked how to pronounce his last name because I never expected to be commentating one of these races here. So John Krauser, he's looking racy here. He's getting right onto that back bumper of Craig Bray in that 709. 3/10 off of him, and here we go down the back straight we go between turns 8 and 9, or known as East Side Way here at the Long Beach Street Circuit. John Krauser, he's so close to making a move, but he's gonna have to wait. Let's see here. Let's look at push the pass here. This is where it gets very interesting. Some guys have used it. Looks like John Krauser has used it once. Daniel Hernandez, the man behind John Krauser, has used it 3 times. Andrew Sorwick, he's not making any moves quickly here. He's in 14th. Brody Gardner has made himself all the way up into P9 now. And you can see they're coming all the way down. And he is quick on there. He's gotten past Matthew Rice, Mark Feeney, and Eric Olivia. Oh, and Mark Feeney, he's made a mistake. I just saw him start dropping down the order here. And he's going to go ahead and fall all the way back to P14. So let's take a look here. Craig Bray, they're still battling it out. Let's take a look here. Alex Rose, Andrew Ben Ronson. This is going to be a battle that we should be able to keep our eyes on for quite a bit. And let's go ahead. Let's ride on board with Andrew Ben Ronson through the street circuit of Long Beach. And you can see he's getting the slipstream as they come through turns 7 and 8 now. 8 and 9. He's going to be looking down the inside in turn 9. Can he get the move stick? He does. And Andrew Ben Rosen moves himself up another position, up into 7th. Great move there by Andrew Ben Rosen. Brody Gardner is up in the 8th place. He got by Alex Rose quite easily. And here they come down the front straight. This is a very long straight. He's looking left. He's looking right. Decides to back off and get through these next few sections here. Brody Gardner, though, he is going to have to really push it here, but he's going to have to pit at some point in time. Lap 13 of 50 here at the Apollo Racing Club IndyCar League here at Long Beach. Joseph DuPont, 5-second lead. Oh, that is coming down quite quickly. Brandon Welsh, he was able to find some form of time to use a push to pass. Yes, he did, it looks like. So that number, that 10, 8, 9, 9, 7, that's the push to pass for these drivers. Now we're seeing some action around. Looks like, oh, we've had a spin. Oh, no, that's Cody Bear. Oh, that is Olivia, who has gotten into a bad collision there. And, ooh, he's going to have to drag that car back to the pit lane. He is luckily very close, gets to the hairpin, but he is going to have to pit. So and that's exactly what he does. He's going to have to use one of his fast repairs here. So John Krauser has now fallen into the clutches of Daniel Hernandez. Daniel Hernandez up now back to his starting position. RJ Conley currently 6th place. And he moves up in, and he's moved up 12 positions. Colin Kinzer, who was the first man out of this race, moves into that 15th spot. He's still a lap down, though. He's going to have to look for a way forward here. Let's double check that there. Yes. No, oops. My apologies, wrong graphic there. Yes, he is a lap down. So we've lost a few members here. Benson is in the pit lane. So how many guys have we lost here? We've lost quite a few. We've lost Nick Jude. Deontay Young is out as well. And Francisco Vasquez. Austin Armstrong is out of this race as well. So Joseph DuPont, 5.1 second lead over Brandon Welsh. Matthew Rice is sticking close by to the 7th place, or the 111 car of Alex Rose. We'll keep an eye on this battle here. It's getting pretty close between those two. And they come through the hairpin now. Little slide action happening there with those tires. So the front of the field, the top 4, still haven't pitted yet. Brody Gardner already up in the 5th. And he's already made a stop. Matthew Rice currently on 2 stops. He's going to have to stop again, though. DuPont. He's had a crash. Looks like he's fine. Looks like he might have just ran into the wall. So that's going to happen, of course. There we go. Let's just show that. There we go. So Alex Rose, Matthew Rice in that 93, Alex Rose in the 111. Still about 5/10. It's getting a little bit smaller here. It's getting closer and closer. John Krauser's getting closer, though, to Craig Bray. So, again, at the push to pass. John Krauser has now lost quite a bit of time. He's down 1.2 seconds, and Brody Gardner, he is closing quickly. I wonder how many laps you can go on those tires. I was not given any sort of race information prior to tonight, so I kind of just got to go with what I see here. Now The gap between those two, 0.3 of a second. You can see it's just getting closer and closer. Lock up there from John Krauser. Now the move is going to be on. Here they come down the front straight. Who's going to use the push to pass? It looks like it's going to be maybe Brody Gardner. Let's take a look here if he's using it. He is not. You can see they're getting very, very close here. Here they come into turn one. John Krauser, 0.7 of a second, 0.8 of a second behind Craig Bray. So Craig Bray losing a bit of the rhythm through this tight, twisty section here. Of course, it's got to be Sector 1 who makes this a very interesting race. Let's take a look. Best lap time, 1:08.830. That is the current fastest lap time. Brody Gardner and John Krauser, they're within a second now. Matthew Rice making a move happen on to Alex Rose. He gets the job done. I apologize for the F1 TV direction here. It's kind of difficult to make all this happen here. Now you can see he's just Brody Gardner absolutely on it here. He locks up the brakes in the hairpin. Oh my, that's going to lose him a ton of time now. Now he's going to have to fight back and somehow get up there a few positions. And now Andrew Sorwick making the move happen onto Brock Whiteman, who must have had a spin. Oh, Whiteman was into the pits, actually. So Andrew Sorwick currently a lap down as well to Joseph DuPont, who's currently the race leader, who has not pitted. We got to be approaching the end of that fuel tank. About 22 laps, I'm guessing, 23 laps in the fuel. And this battle for fourth is starting to really crank up here. Again, John Krauser has not pitted yet. So the guys, the top four, they have not made one stop yet on those black mark tires. And they're going to have to go into pits eventually and pick up the red mark tires, which will put them at a decent speed advantage. But in terms of the amount of laps you can put on those tires, it's not very many. James Williamson getting by. There's another lockup by John Krauser. This time not a lockup by the start of the race leader. It's going to be Brody Gardner. He's using the push to pass now. He's going to try and get by John Krauser. Here they come through the front straight. Into turn number one they come. Can he find that inside line? He's side by side. Here he comes, Brody Gardner. He makes the move. Does he make it stick? He does. He moves up into fourth position. So now the battle is on to Craig Bray. So he is moving up the field quite nicely. Oh, we've had a crash. Cody Barrett. He has crashed that car into the wall. Oh, no. And he's got a long ways to go to get to the pit lane. So he's dropping positions. Mark Feeney is going to be behind him. Oh, that just, oof. Colin Kinzer. He's up in the 13th. Why are we showing relative in the battle box? That's my question. All right, apparently that's all you can actually see. All right, we'll just go with that. So a man who could have won this race, he's still a lap down. Brody Gardner's getting closer now to Craig Bray. Oh, and Craig Bray hits the wall. And that's going to give the advantage for Brody Gardner. Here they come into turn 9 now. He gets on the brakes late on the inside, and he gets the job done. Brody Gardner has moved up into second. And these guys are going to probably pit at the same time for new tires. Cody Barrett comes into the pits finally. Gets repaired, gets a new set of tires. Andrew Sorwick now trying to make his job less. Now Craig Berry falling into the pits here for his first stop. He'll probably come out on the red marked tires. And what has happened to Joseph Dupont? Joseph Dupont is out? Joseph Dupont is out of this race. We have a new race leader, folks. It's going to be Brandon Welch. I didn't even know that. What happened to him? Take a look at Joseph Dupont here on what happened to him. Coming through the corner. Oh, and he just puts it in the wall. And he immediately goes to pits. That's his night over. Wow. Joseph Dupont, leading the majority of this race, is now out of this race. He actually might come back in. Is he still there? No, he's not. He's decided to call it a night. So we do have some new rules here to prevent that if you leave early. Ooh, somebody just went off. That's the 14th. Andrew Van Rossen, currently in 14th. He went off, missed the turn entirely, turn 1. Now here's the battle for 5th. Alex Rose and Matthew Rice both have stopped. Matthew Rice 2 stops. John Krauser currently in that 3rd position. He's actually been quite racy here. He's up 10 positions. RJ Conley up 15. Again, pit stops going to matter here late into this race on lap 24 of 50. We're going to start seeing some pit stops here shortly. He's lost a bit. It looks like Alex Rose, he's losing a bit of time. Looks like Matthew Rice, he's gaining time, though, on to RJ Conley. Those tires must be screaming now for Conley, as he's currently hasn't stopped. See if a push the pass is being used there. I don't think so, no. Oh, and RJ Conley hits the wall. Has to push the 93 of Matthew Rice just a little bit wider than what he was probably expecting. And that is absolutely okay. Matthew Rice in that 5th position has a 2-stopper under his belt already, but he's not going to be able to get to the end. And that puts Alex Rose in position as well to race these guys. So these guys really close to each other, about 1.2 seconds between the 3 here, between 4th and 6th place. And as well, James Williamson, he's coming into the mix here. We got a 5-car battle here for 4th place. Of course, join us for the rest of the season. Keegan will be here hopefully in the next couple of weeks. He's just currently doing some other things, so we wish, hopefully he's doing well. And can't wait to get him back here in the commentary booth. That will help quite a bit, as I'm doing both the directing of the broadcast here and doing the commentary. Oh, and RJ Conley, he makes a mistake, and that's going to make Craig, no, who is that? That was Alex Rose. And he goes wide. He loses 2 positions. Oh, never mind. He only loses the one. Now James Williamson as R.J. Conley moves up a position. Look at this battle here, though. Andrew Ben Rawson in the mix. Oh, they make contact. Get out of the way, Andrew Ben Rawson. You are a lapped car, sir. Oh, and these those three cars collided to turn one. And Andrew Ben Rawson, he goes back to the pits. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Was Mark Feeney in that as well? Something was going to happen there, and it did. Now we have a battle here, folks. Battle for the lead. But how much of those tires have been used up? Andrew Sorwick into the pits. That was a crash with Cody Barrett and Mark Feeney. Wow. Guys battling it out for the lead here as they come through the final sector. Oh, there's a lockup there from Brody Gardner. And Brandon Welsh able to take advantage of that. He'll say, thank you very much. That will take some pressure off of me. As we hit lap 28, excuse me. Of 50. See, Colin Kinzer, he's starting to really get back up on the horse here as he is currently in 9th position. Again, those numbers that you see there next to the flags on the left side there, that's the push to pass. So a lot of guys still haven't used any of it. Colin Kinzer has used it 5 times. You get to use it 10 times, gives you that little extra boost that you are going to need to make a pass. So that's why they call it the push to pass. Brody Gardner, he's getting closer here. This is a battle for 8th, though, that we're watching. Colin Kinzer goes on the inside of Brock Whiteman, and he makes the move happen, and he moves up in 8th. Now let's go and take a look back up for the battle for the lead. These guys getting closer and closer to each other. It's going to be a fight pretty much in this race, in this entire race, and this is what you like to see. Battle for the lead. There goes Brody Gardner. He's going down the inside. Oh, and he loses it and he spins. Brody Gardner trying to make an aggressive move on the inside and just could not hold on to it. And he's into the pit lanes. Those tires must be done. So now a lot of guys coming into the pits as well. Brandon Welsh, John Krauser. So let's see, where did they come out at? Is Matthew Rice? No, he's into the pits as well. So everybody coming into the pits. It's becoming a free-for-all. Feeney's into the pits, so we gotta say Brandon Welsh is gonna be the new race leader. John Krauser, he's able to get the job done, get fuel and tires onto that car before Brody Gardner. Where is he? He's out. He's out of this race. Brody Gardner, who was looking quite easily at a race victory, is out of this race. So Brandon Welsh is the only man out in front. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this race has really turned on its head here. And Colin Kinzer is only a few positions now away from getting his lap back. Brandon Welsh, the current race leader, not much happening behind him. Let's see here. Let's just take a look here at the gaps. So no, Colin Kinzer is no longer a lap down. He is on the same lap as pretty much on the lead lap here. Everybody else is a lap down. James Williamson, Alex Rose, Brody Gardner. He's out of this race. Mark Harrison's 2 laps down. Andrew Ben Rosen 6. He's out. Well then. This race has just become an absolute... It's been a wild race here in the first round. It really sets up nicely for a great season here at Apollo Racing Club. Of course, this is our 7th season of IndyCar action. We'll have ovals. We'll have street circuits. Looks like I think they had 3. Let me take a look at the schedule. So next week we head to Gateway. Ooh, we do have a battle starting to heat up here. Looks like it is Mark Feeney. He's getting closer. Williamson and Alex Rose using their push to pass right now because they're just trying to gain as much time back. Andrew Surwick is back up into the 10th position. Mark Feeney's trying to gain here. Mark Feeney looking around the inside of Brock Whiteman. Just decides to tuck it back in there. Feeney's getting closer. You can see they're going to have some lap traffic in front of him. Feeney's on the red mark tires. He's 2/10 now off. Does he make the move happen now? He moves to the inside, tucks back in. So, Brandon Welsh, John Krauser, and Craig Bray, currently the top three. Colin Kinzer, he moves up quite quickly. I didn't even realize that he was in a position, and he's up in the 5th place now. Now he has a 10-second gap to Matthew Rice, and he can get that done. He's quite quick. He was the fastest man here tonight so far. He was fastest man in practice, second position starting from qualifying. Upcoming events here, folks. We'll be at Gateway next week, next Thursday night, and then we'll head to Road America, Pocono, and then we'll have a break, as we usually have a break week in between, and then there will be the 24. We'll go to Spa, not 24 hours Spa. Then we'll have the 7th annual Indy 250, the Apollo Racing Club 7th annual Indy 250 race. Then we'll head to Belle Isle, Michigan, Laguna Seca, Homestead, Watkins Glen, and Phoenix to round out the season. So we got 12 races on the calendar here for the season. Craig Bray into the pits now. Where has Colin Kinzer go? Colin Kinzer has fallen down to 10th. He must have stopped. He did. He's on... Where is he at? Colin Kinzer. He's back on the red tires. On lap 36. What is he doing? That's the real question. Craig Bray coming back out in 8th place. So if you're Colin Kinzer, you got a lot of work to do here. Feeney, he is still chasing down Brock Whiteman. How many laps have he done on that tire? He's done, Brock Whiteman has now done 13 laps on his tires, and he's into the pits. He's going to release Mark Feeney. Allow Mark Feeney to take that position away, but he is also on the red mark tires. So Cody Barrett's also making up positions as well. Cody Barrett is doing a good job here. Same with John Krauser. John Krauser looking for a podium position. Andrew Sorowick currently in 8th place after having a bad crash on the opening lap. And now Feeney, Conley into the pits. Feeney is going to take up that 4th position. And again, he's got to come into the pits. When was his last pit stop? Lap 29. So he's on almost 10 lap old reds. Surwick moving up positions. Let's see here. He is currently on 14 lap old tires. So he's on blacks, I think. No, he is not. He's on reds as well. So most of the field on those red marked tires. So if you're Mark Feeney, you're pretty happy about this because you got everybody else behind you on reds as well. And what does this mean when I say red marked tires? Well, in Indy road courses, you get 2 choices of tires. You have the standard tire, the black marked tire, the regular tire, and then you have the red alternative tire. The red alternative tire is going to be quicker, but it's like the soft tire in Formula One racing. It doesn't quite go the distance of a full stint that you would like it to do. It wears out pretty quickly. The regular tire, the standard tire, that black tire, going to be used as the main tire you want to put your strategy around. You don't want to strategize around the red tire. You know, it might be faster. The black mark tire is the way to go. Conley coming out of the pits now. Or is he in the pits? I think he's in. Gonna make his stop now. Thought he just came out of the pits. Waiting on that fuel to get filled up. Colin Kinzer has moved himself up into 7th. Of course, a yawn coming out as I'm trying to give you all some information. Matthew Rice moved up 13 positions so far, but he's got to pit at some point. But ladies and gentlemen, coming up in a future Apollo Racing broadcast, we'll have Saturday night ACC GT3 action here. Then Sunday F1 Tier 1. If that's a big if, depending on how the game, if the game is fixed by then. We had some issues last week in Tiers 2 and 3. Then Monday night Tier 2, Tuesday night Tier 3. And starting next Wednesday will be the start of Season 6, of Assetto Corsa Formula F1. So we'll have that as well coming up. We're going to have racing every single night here except on Fridays. We got to find something to do on Friday nights. That way we have racing going on 7 days a week here at Apollo Racing Club. Matthew Rice into the pit lane now. He's coming out. And what tire is he on? Can he beat out Colin Kinzer? It's going to be close. And no, he does not. He's on the red mark tires, and he wasn't able to beat out Colin Kinzer. Oh, and Matthew Rice hits the wall hard. He's got to be careful, though. Guys coming through. Oh, and to the pit lane he goes. Oh, not what you wanted to see there. Brandon Welsh came into the pits. He's putting on the red mark tires as well. 8 laps to go here at Long Beach. And Brandon Welsh has had a commanding lead here. John Krauser trying to find a way. Mark Feeney, he's into the pits now. He gained so much time onto Krauser. Let's see here what. So it looks like John Krauser, he did pit That was a 141. When did he pit? 40. So, yes, he did pit. He's on black tires. Brandon Welsh, still your race leader. Craig Bray in the third. So everybody falling back into position here. Colin Kinzer has a 17-second gap to make up in 8 laps if he wants a podium position. Feeney, he's coming out of the pits, and he is actually down a few positions here. He's on those red tires, so this is going to get spicy here. Let's take a look at Push the Pass. So James Williamson out of Push the Pass here, so he is going to be a sitting duck to Andrew Sorowick. Oh, we've had a crash, and that's Mark Feeney. That is Mark Feeney who has had a crash, and now James Williamson is going to get, oh, he has to avoid Andrew Sorowick. That's another huge mistake there from Sorowick. It's going to allow Mark Feeney by. No, it was not Mark Feeney. Was that Alex? Who just crashed? It was Craig Bray? No, that wasn't Craig Bray. It looks like might have been Mark Harrison. No. Cody Barrett, is he even still in this race? I thought he was out. It was Feeney, because Feeney's back into the pits. Cody Barrett is in this race, and that's Cody Barrett's livery, so... Wow. John Krauser, 9 seconds behind the race leader. That gap came down quite a bit. John, let's see the race leader here. Only 4/10 quicker than second place Brandon Welsh. And that is time gained. Sorowick is going to try and fight hard in this one towards the end. Sorowick with that 109. He's getting quicker. He's actually quicker than the race leader right now. Mark Feeney's back into the pits. So, several retirements here in this race. Brody Gardner, Andrew Ben Rosen, Eric Oliva, Joseph DuPont, Adam Martin, Daniel Hernandez, Nick Jude, DeAndre Young, Francisco Vasquez, and Austin Armstrong. Those are your DNFs currently. We are going, there is a new rule in place that will penalize drivers who leave early, but that's if they don't complete 5 laps of this race. So if you didn't complete 5 laps of this race, you do not get any points awarded. 4 laps to go here for our race leader, Brandon Welsh. Not really much to talk about. Andrew Sorowick, he's finally getting closer to James Williamson. Looks like about the only battle we got on track here. Excuse me, Cody Barrett. Never mind. That ended quickly. Looks like he had a spin. I don't know what happened there. I was looking away. So, Andrew Sorowick moves on. With 3 laps to go here. Brandon Welsh starting to use that push the pass now. Now Brock Whiteman into the pits. And Kinzer, he's on the same lap. He's made that gap down to 15 seconds, but 2 laps remaining here. Krauser starting to use some of his push the pass here. We got 1 push the pass left. Craig Bray, he's also pushing quite hard. He's almost 2 seconds back on 2nd place. Again, that's what those numbers mean there on the left side of the flags, as you can see up on the timing graphic. Again, if you're interested in joining Apollo Racing Club, head over to apolloracing.club today and sign up. We have pretty much everything out there, from the Codemasters F1 games, or the EA F1 games, I should say, to Assetto Corsa, ACC, iRacing, of course, the IndyCar League on Thursday nights, and we have also a Dirt Rally League as well. So if you're interested in rally racing, come on over, say hello, love to see you. And now John Krauser using that final push the pass here. This is going to be the finish. We're on the white flag lap. Brandon Welsh currently dominating this race. 8 seconds ahead. John Krauser and Craig Bray battling it out here till the very end. Our race leader has had nothing to worry about. Joseph DuPont wrecked early in this race, and he has absolutely been dominating. Here he comes through the final corners. Coming down the main straight now. Brandon Welsh takes the victory. John Krauser trying his best here to get the job done. He gets second place. Craig Bray in third. Kingser had a very rough start, but he's made up those positions back. He's going to come home to fourth place. What a good drive from him. If we had a driver of the day, he would be my nominee. Cody Barrett, good, awesome drive from him here tonight. Moved up 6 spots. And he's going to take down that 5th position. And what a job well done from him. He comes home to take that 5th position. Andrew Surowick. Oh, he's got to be careful. Surowick doesn't lose the position because Williamson had already crossed the line. And Andrew Surowick will take home 6th. James Williamson in 7th. Matthew Rice in 8th. R.J. Conley in 9th. Alex Rose in the fountain in 10th. Mark Feeney in 11th. Mark Harrison in 12th. Ben Whiteman, a DNF for 13th. Brody Gardner in 14th. Andrew Ben Ronson in 15th. Eric Olivia on 16th. Joseph DuPont 17th. After leading the majority of that early parts of the race. Adam Martin 18th. Daniel Hernandez in 19th. Nick Jude in 20th. Deontre Young in 21st. 22nd, Francisco Vasquez, and Austin Armstrong rounds it out here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what a race we just witnessed there. We'll get our race winner here. And, of course, our leading team here. We'll get Brandon Welsh in here if he's in the voice chat. Brandon Welsh, our race winner here this evening. Brandon, that was sure a race. Talk me through it.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't qualify where I wanted to, but somehow able to avoid that wreck.
And tell me, you know, you were battling hard. You were sitting on that second position behind Joseph DuPont. Were you surprised that he went out?
Oh, yeah, definitely. At that point, I just accepted second place, and yeah, I definitely got really lucky with the amount of DNFs and wrecks in this race that I was able to avoid.
Well, you take the first round victory here. Are we going to see Brandon Welsh in victory lane again?
Oh, definitely. I'm looking at Belle Isle, too. Love street tracks.
Street tracks seem to be quite good for you. Tonight was definitely one of those atrocious, one of those nights that attrition was one of the main factors. Well, congratulations, sir. You're a race winner.
Thanks.
You want me to move you to a specific channel?
No, I can.
All right. Bring on Cricket Sushi here, our second place finisher. Cricket Sushi finishing P2 here, or John Krauser. John, seems like you can't stay away from the podium.
Oh, my goodness. I will tell you, that race was insane. I mean, there was a time I was just telling the guys after a safety car restart, Cody, I think it was, spun, and there was literally just enough space to put my car through the gap. Otherwise, it was over, and somehow I came out on the other side, and this is an awesome P2. I'm definitely having a beer after this one.
I bet you are. It seems like it was just atrocious, just trying to get through everything everywhere. This track is not the easiest track, and you were able to come home in a P2. Are we going to see Cricket Sushi maybe making a bid here for the championship?
Boy, I hope so. I would love to be competitive for the title. You never know. My oval game stepped up towards the tail end of last season. I got snagged a couple podiums. But but to me, this P2, to me, this is a lucky P2. I thought top five. I've been thrilled, but to pull a second down right out of the gate, amazing compared to my last season where I think I finished like 15th or something. This is a much nicer start.
Well, congratulations, John. You are on the podium for the first race of the season.
Hey, Adam, thanks so much. And hey, thanks again for stepping in to commentate for us. Really do appreciate it. And thanks to everybody who's new to the Discord and joined us this season.
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. And you have a good night. We'll see you next week for Gateway.
You got it. Take it easy.
And let's bring in our third and final podium finisher here. It's going to be Krieg's.
Hey, man.
Craig Bray, third place tonight. Were you expecting P3? Were you expecting podium?
Not at all. Not at all. I was kind of just expecting a top 5 going in, but it played out in my favor. Couple more laps and it might have been a P2.
It sure was an interesting race. Just talk us through your race.
I was debating whether or not I wanted to go alter primary. I went primaries to start, tried to stretch those for a while, ended up slipping and touching a wall and thought, man, I should pit, deal with that. Turns out I didn't actually have as much damage as I thought. Came out, was going to try and full finish the race on the alternates, but I didn't have quite enough fuel. I was shy about 5 laps of fuel, so I went in and pit, and it worked out.
It really did. It was one of those races I think everybody kind of looked at on the calendar, kind of gave a cringe face a little bit. Was this one of the hardest races so far in your iRacing IndyCar League career?
Yeah, my hands kind of hurt right now, but I was excited to do Long Beach because I like technical stuff like this.
Well, sir, you're on the podium to start the season. Can we expect more Craig Bray podiums?
That's the goal. We'll see what happens. Some courses I'm not so good at that we've got on the calendar, but I'll work on them and hopefully I'll finish this season on a podium.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is our third place finisher, Craig Bray. Congratulations, Craig. You're on the podium for the first week.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for us here tonight at Apollo Racing Club. Thank you for watching. Make sure to tune in on pretty much every night. We got plenty of racing here. Next broadcast next Saturday, or this upcoming Saturday, for ACC GT3, and then Sunday for Formula One F1 2022. And that will be Sunday through Tuesday. And then Wednesday, we'll begin our ACF1 season. And we'll be back here again next Thursday for Gateway. For everybody here at Apollo Racing Club, thank you for watching, and we'll see you